and welcome back into the part 2 of the trades setup review. And as we were saying in the previous one, we are trying to understand how during live trade live session we can clearly identify when a trend when a trade will be in trend, what is the actual conflict that we might have on the lower time frame versus higher time frame trades, what are the price points of interest that needs to be respected or not respected or broken in order to validate one setup or the other. So let's start with this one. So as you can see here, we are coming right before the 10 a.m. candle. We can see that during all this New York session, the price action stayed in a very slow volume, no direction market. We were waiting for probably some very important news at right before the 10 a.m. candle, and what we can see is that price is clearly now shifting into a bullish price action. So it's very clean. You have simply a very strong bullish candle, and you have a following one that is actually breaking and closing above the strong 15-minute or 4-hour PSA 1991. As you can see here, this strong price action doesn't mean that you have to enter straight away, but that you can wait for the retest of your PSA. The retest could be at this strong PSA. I don't know if on the left hand side we have some other price action, but we can also possibly expect the price to bounce from these lows, especially from these lows before continuation up. But if it's also this price sensitivity area is matching something on the left hand side, that's very likely that it will tap over there and then continue. So this entry makes absolutely sense. It's in trend. It's a clear break and retest, and there's no doubt about the high time frame. This is so simple that it's very simple. So that's a clean break and retest entry. We are in a bullish trend. We are breaking above the most recent PSA. We probably have also fundamental catalyst that is giving USD weakness. So that's pretty straightforward. What can we see next if we miss this entry is actually we want to see a clean break and retest of this high. So let's start and pause. So this, okay, new higher high, new higher low. So what we want is we want to see a new higher high and then anticipation of a new lower low. So what we see is that price clearly makes with these five candles clearly makes a new higher high. So then we are over here and we see, okay, where do we want to see, where is most likely that the price will make a new higher low before the continuation bullish. So the new higher low can possibly be at these previous lows, these previous highs, because in a very structured market, we often see price is making a new higher high, and the new higher low is exactly matching the previous higher high. So that's actually what tends to happen. And we see another, if the market is very straightforward, we simply see the continuation on this level. So as you can see, and we're going to see about it again. So let me just make it properly in order that it matches this PSA. Like here and then here. Here. Okay, so like this, it actually matches the real price action. So as you can see here, we have a strong, clear, strong candle confirmation, so where the price goes down and then actually closes respecting these previous highs, and we could either enter at this very aggressive candle or at the next one. The next one still gives us the opportunity to enter at a reasonable price. It's not like 10 pips further, it's like 3 to 5 pips away from the best entry, but it's still good to enter, expecting the momentum to continue. First, yes, we see a reaction at this previous high, so it's we might be a little bit concerned about the reaction at the previous higher high, but still, unless a price stops us out, there is no reason to manage the trade, because yes, price can even bounce multiple times, can do whatever he wants, but unless it breaks the new higher low and makes a new lower low and a new lower high, there is no reason to panic. There is no reason to panic, I would say, or to over manage your trade. So like this, we still remain in a bullish uptrend, and yeah, that's when we have a breakout of this previous higher high. So we are now making a new higher high. And now, where do we want to see a new lower higher low? We can expect price okay, just give me a second. So of course I had to restart the app, and as we were saying, over here we have a new higher high being created, and that's where we can expect a new higher low to be printed. It's exactly at this previous PSA. It's the order block highs, strong PSA, and that's actually when I got my entry, because I was expecting that. The entry was even a little bit after the candle close, was very fast, but still that's the top of the entry, and that's when it goes to your TP. It was right below 1997 and goes to TP after that. Same thing is okay, now price is actually making a new higher high. When can it make a new higher low? And that's exactly at this key level over here, and matching this previous PSA on the left hand side. You can see how strong it is. Yes, price could even tap over here, and that would be absolutely fine. 1997, I don't know if that price will continue bullish above 2000. I would think yes. The next one is still, so the previous one was clearly uptrend. There was no conflict, there was no price action conflict whatsoever. Now what we are seeing is for now we are seeing in this price action that we are coming from a bearish trend. So at the start we are in a bearish trend. This is a strong lower high, lower low. Even this one could be a lower high, lower low. Okay. After that, what we see, of course, now that we are doing London session, what we are seeing a pullback. But up until when we are still bearish? We are bearish until we break these strong PSAs, or we break below, or we respect these strong PSAs. So for example, this could have been a possible scalp entry when we see the price action respecting this previous lower high. The only thing is, of course, it's not much of a volume time, and that in this case it will be taking a sell entry when there are multiple bullish candles. As you can see over here, it's not really strong right now, the price action of bullish side, but anyway, also the strength of the bullish side is not very strong. I would say the sell side liquidity is not very strong and present in the market, but also the bullish one is not showing a lot of strength because we're not breaking above the PSA with the momentum. What we can high risk, high reward entries would have been on the bullish side above here for quick scalps, but still understanding that we are still against a very strong bearish price action. So that's why I would also prefer to see, you can see range to range, this taking advantage of this reaction, which will still be not a 30 pips, I would say, would be a 20 pips scalp with the stop loss over there. We probably end up being profitable, but really messy. But I would prefer to stay into a bearish bias at each and every price area. But still, as you can see, the most important thing is that you can see that the next lower high is being respected. So it's not like you immediately shift into bullish bias. When you can shift into a bullish bias might be over here, because when you see that as a price is making a new lower time frame high, breaking above these other block highs, when you have the retest is happening conveniently when a lot of price action and price point showed you reaction. So this could be higher low, and that could be your high risk high reward entry on the bullish bias from 2014, almost 2015. It will go it will almost be 30 pips, but not, because the price is facing a strong rejection, and it's actually failure to take a new higher high. And after this, what we see, of course, you can see already clearly in the chart the volume and direction is dying down. There's not much of a pressure. Okay, and you can see how this same PSA is being respected multiple times, these lows, and you can see how it will play out later on during the session as another tap, but still failure to make a new higher high. What can mean is that, okay, we are still in a bearish high time frame trend, even though on the lower time frame we are bullish. So for me, in this case, it would be okay. Let's wait. I would love to see price action to either make a new high, so actually grab some liquidity, but then I would love to see clear and strong bullish price action. So confirmation that the volume is coming back into the chart, and we are actually breaking above the last lower high. Maybe you just need the time, you need the New York Open, or the other option is to see price breaking above, below these lows, like here. So I would love to see this kind of price action confirms, and this news actually provide that. I will not take entries over there because there's no much volume, it's not a strong bearish direction. Can be high risk, high reward at this level, but the safest one is to wait. Okay, we have a strong kind of confirmation, so we are clearly seeing that we are in a bearish trend from the chart. The chart is telling me, okay, we are now resuming the trend, and that's okay. But up until now, yes, no, we could not, no, we could go there, bounce, and then continuation bullish. So when now we are in a confirmation of a new lower low being printed, new lower low, that's when we can see, okay, when do I want to see, what do I want to see for a new lower high to be created? Ideally, I would love to see it over here, but we are seeing 1, 2, 3 rejections at this previous at this PPL. It was actually again a rejection point, and these higher lows were not in the at any PPL or relevant PSA. So we could potentially see these price points for sell entries and yeah, multiple failure to break highs. So that would be making a new lower high, and that's where we could take trades in anticipation of the bearish move and the continuation bearish to make a new lower low. But at the same time, what you see is that price action, the price point is unable to break below 2010. I would love to see a clear confirm about the coming back of the bull of the bearish price action in order to make a new lower low. So that's is a failure to make a new, and it's a failure to break above, but it's also now this is in a bullish bias, failure to make a new lower low at key level. So I don't really like this price action overall, because now we can see that it's an order block. So what I would love to see for the price action to, what I would like to see from the market to understand where is the possible direction of the continuation of the market. So this one is quite a little bit a risky move, but let's try to explain it. So now the last lower high was this one, as I told you. So when we see that the price is actually making a new lower high, a new higher high, the only thing is that we are actually at the level that where we wanted to take our sells. So I'm not at this, after this price action, I'm not really confident that if the price will tap this level, then it will continue, because the price action is not strongly bearish again. And I would have loved this, for example, this tap, it's almost over there. So that might have been the best entry, I would say. But yeah, after all this price action, this whole trade idea of this higher low being the price point of interest, it does not hold anymore. So we are making a new higher high. And it's a very high risk, high reward entry. And in this case, the price sensitivity area of interest will be this PPL and these previous higher lows of this previous order block lows. Highs, sorry. So giving validation of all these taps of support and now making higher lows and higher highs. So like this. Of course, the safest entry would be, okay, now we are making another clear new higher high with multiple retests. And now we are staying above the, no. And now we are staying above the previous high. So we are staying above this previous PSA. we are now in a clear bullish trend because we can now validate higher highs and higher lows and a new higher high. So that will be an entry in anticipation, safer entry in anticipation of safer anticipation of and that will, in this case that will be any candle closing at this PPL that is staying above 2015. Also, you can see that this week is actually tapping, is actually retesting this order block highs, this previous higher high, or exactly on the dot. So as you can see it here. It is actually basically the same price point, with giving you the possibility of entering further. Okay. Yeah, so that's the price action, and yeah, basically that's it for this one. We saw a clear uptrend and a more difficult one because these are the situations that occur the most and are the ones where I struggle the most with understanding. Should I stay in a bearish bias? Because maybe I start to think, okay, now we are 50% of the retracement, yada yada yada. So it's something that I struggle to understand. But market structure, it's clearly the stronger one, and understanding where the price is reacting, if it's making higher highs and higher lows, where it is reacting, exactly at this previous PSA, and then take the in-trend trade without trying to catch a reversal anywhere. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.